Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Nova, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a speed art. So I'm going to be teaching you how to go from something like this to something like this.
So when I spent like 10 G's, I just did a show and spent the check on my mama. When I go and
Okay, so this tutorial is going to be very easy. The only hard part of this tutorial is really designing whatever you design. But once you get a good design and you are recording, making the speed art is really easy. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that today, and let's go. So I'm going to be doing my speed art in Sony Vegas. So what you're going to be needing for this tutorial is a Camtasia Studio Recorder, or whatever it's called. Or you could also use OBS. You just need to use really anything to start recording your screen, do your design, and once you're done with the design, just close or stop the recorder. Currently I'm using Camtasia Studio, so if you guys don't have that yet, I'm sure most of you or a lot of you already have Camtasia. You guys can look it up on YouTube how to get it for free. But yeah, so what you're going to be needing is your footage that you recorded. Now these may be really long, from like varying from 30 minutes to even 2 hours sometimes, so you're going to be needing that. You're going to be needing like black bars, so you can get these if you just look up black bars, and make sure you download them, not copy them, because this white part won't be gone if you just copy it. So just get one of these. I have mine here. You're going to be needing the outcome, so whatever you designed, just save it as a PNG in Photoshop and put it in here. Now this is optional, but I like putting some intros in my speed arts because they just, kind of build up to the speed art. I don't know, it just makes it look a lot better. So if you're in like a team or you have your own intro, just put as many intros as you can. Not as many, but make sure you have at least like 1 or 2 intros in your video. So I'm going to start here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag one of my intros. I'm going to go with this one. No, I guess, I don't know. And I'm going to add this one. So you have your 2 intros here. This is just a really simple process. Make it a little less quiet or more quiet. You could even like speed them up. You speed things up by holding left control and then dragging this right here. So left control and drag and make it overlap a little. And I'm gonna make it a little faster. And I'm gonna delete. I want to delete this music from here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the first one, click on the music of it, and click Control U, and then do it for the second one too. Control U, and then click on the first one, delete. Click on the second one, delete. Now one thing I forgot to mention, you're gonna be needing is music. So make sure you have some music you want for the speed art. I'm just gonna use something different than my speed art. This is fine. You can see that there's like a long quiet part and then there's a drop, so that's gonna be perfect for our video. So now that you play it, you can kind of see that you have a alright, I'm just gonna shut up. You have like a 1 song and 2 intros. So next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your outcome image and you're gonna go to around here, click on it, where you're gonna like right before the drop, you're gonna click S, so that cuts it, and you're gonna grab this corner right here, put it like somewhere close to the middle, and do it for this part right here. And if you play it, you can see that's there. You can also right click, go to video event, pan and crop. Just keep this right there and go to the end one and zoom in a little bit, just tiny bit. So during the video, it kind of zooms in slowly, so it's not as boring. And so now you can see we're close to the drop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our screen capture. So add that. If you zoom in with your scroll button or whatever, you're just gonna add that to, so it starts to where the beat drops. And now you can see that this is really, really long. So actually the first thing I'm gonna do is, if you can see right here, my monitor is not full HD. It's a weird resolution. So I'm gonna right click over here and click this maintain aspect no. So that kind of stretches it to full screen. And also actually no, we're gonna do that later, the black bars. So you can tell that this is way longer than the audio, obviously, because it took you a long time. Usually it takes people a long time to design. So you're gonna click on this, hold left control, and click on the very end of the video. You're gonna click and drag that as much as you can. But you can still see that sometimes your video will be short enough, but if not, what you're gonna wanna do is, you're gonna right click, go to switches and disable resample. And next what you're going to do is you're going to right click, insert, remove, whatever right here, and click velocity. So you're just going to drag this up, and you will see right here, once you drag this green line, you will see this, there's like a, let me click on it. There's like a dot here. You will see it. And you want to get that dot to around where the ending of your music is. So we're just going to keep dragging it up. And in my case, it's still really long. So if this happens to you, you're just going to have to cut some part out of the video. Now, you could render this out, and then you could just, I'm going to click split right here to where there's a thing, whatever. The thing we were looking for. So I'm going to split the video and delete the rest. So if your video is really long like this, even with the velocity and the speed up that we did, the only thing you can do, there's two options actually. You can cut some part out, or you could just move it like this, which is the easier way, but definitely leaves some footage out. Or you could just take everything out that you just did. You could render the Speedart, speed it up, and then you could put that in and speed that up even more. So other than that, I don't really know if there's a other way, but I'm just gonna, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just gonna do it the quick way. And you can tell that now we have sort of a Speedart going. So if I just play it, you can kind of see we have a Speedart, but there's like no vibe to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add the black bars, and I'm gonna make them a little smaller. So I'm gonna I'm not even talking. I'm gonna right click, video event, pan crop, and I'm gonna make this smaller. Make sure you do it on, don't worry about it for now. Just make it to where you want it, and click right here. Click the first keyframe, right click, and delete. So now you can tell you have black bars. You just need to zoom out and drag this all the way to the end of the video. And I like doing it to the start as well. It doesn't really change anything except this intro right here, but it's just nice doing it for the whole video. Okay. So the next part of this video is we're gonna make this shake. So this footage right here, we're gonna make it shake a little bit. So you're gonna right click here, video event, pan crop, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna zoom it in a little bit, just a tiny bit, so you can still see the whole part over here. I would say this is fine, maybe even a little more for the effect. And first keyframe right here, just rotate it like that, and then go forward like a couple of seconds. I would say like maybe like 10 seconds is fine. If you wanted to spin faster, you would do less seconds, obviously. So something around 7 seconds, and just twist it to the other side. And what you're gonna do now is you're gonna click this, hold shift and click this. You're gonna right click and set it to smooth. and you're gonna right click again and set it to not set it, but you're gonna click copy, and you're gonna go forward those 7 seconds or so. Just make sure it's the same distance as here, and you're gonna click Control V. Now you're just gonna keep doing this for the rest of the video. So just keep doing this. It doesn't need to be perfect at all. I mean, no one will really notice it. And once you're close to the finish, you're just gonna click restore like that. Make sure your this is at the end. Right click and restore, and right click this and set it to smooth. So after a long time of talking, now you can finally see what it looks like. It's not done yet, but it's very close to being done. Okay, so as you can tell, it's spinning very slowly. So maybe do like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. It's all just a matter of your choice, really. It looks good either way. But one more thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add magic bullet looks. Now, if you don't have magic bullet looks, you should definitely look up a tutorial on magic bullet looks, how to get it, because it's a really good program. It's good for Photoshop. It's good for Sony Vegas. It's really good for anything. And I'll show you what it does. So make sure your preview right here, set it to best and full, so you get the nicest view of it. Also, I forgot to say, if your video is lagging when you're playing your video, go here, go to preview and auto. I mean, the better the computer, you could probably even do it to full, but I don't really recommend doing that. If you want better quality, just go to best auto, but never do full because it just makes your computer lag. But whenever you're previewing your video like this, just do preview auto. So we're gonna go to best full and drag this on. So make sure you drag it onto this video, the Speedart, and click edit. And now you can just make your own look. I'm gonna give you guys the look that I'm gonna use, because I always do that. But if you guys want to buy my looks, it will be in the description below. I mean, there's really nothing special here. I really don't know which one to pick. Maybe this is fine. So if you guys saw my other tutorial, you would know how to use magic bullet looks. So I'm just gonna give you the settings. You can pause. I'm just changing it here a little. You can pause. You can pause the video when it's on this setting, and you just can copy all the settings. So light flex, these are the settings you want to copy. Star filter, anamorphic flare, chromatic aberration, film grain, curves, saturation, curves, and print bleach bypass. So now that we have that, you can tell it looks a lot better. It might lag a little more, but it makes your Speedart look dope. There we go. So another thing you could do to your Speedart is you could go to Photoshop real quick. Depending on of your project size, like mine's full HD, so I'm just gonna go to File. I didn't really want this to be a long tutorial, but oh well. Go to File, New, hide that. So Full HD is 1920 by 1080. Make sure your background contents are transparent. Click OK, and make a new layer. Get a big brush. Maybe like, if you're on Full HD, maybe like 600. No, like 800. No, way higher. So I'm just gonna hold Alt and right click to scale it. Make it white, make sure it's white. Zoom out, make it even bigger. And do like a little top glow. Like this. So save this, save it as PNG, that's very important. So save it as PNG, and I'm just gonna name it light and put it on my desktop. I'm sure you could do this in Sony Vegas some way, I don't know, but I just like doing it in Photoshop. And find whatever you just made and throw it in here. Now you're going to make a right click here, insert video track, and put it below this. And just put the light and make sure it's as long as the video is. Okay, and I'm going to start mine here because I don't want it on the intros. Actually, we could do it on the intros. I'm just going to make sure you click like on the top of this part and you can lower the opacity like that. And you could also add magic bullet looks to the intros, but I'm not going to waste time on that. There you go. And if my this video was rotating a little faster, it would look a lot better. So I definitely suggest using like 4 seconds, or also depends what type of music you are using. But one last final step, just click anywhere here where the end is, and okay, we're gonna have to lower the velocity, and click right here and drag this a little so there's like a fade, and move the velocity back up, and do this for the light as well. The black bars doesn't really matter, and you could do it for music as well. There we go. So that's really it for your Speedart. I mean, let's see if there's anything else. You could also add like a little fade here. So lower the velocity again, like a little fade at the start, but since it's dropping to the beat, I don't know if that's a good idea. No, just get rid of the fade. And maybe like add another CC to it. You could even add 2 magic bullet look CCs, so I'm gonna do that. And you don't want to make it too bad, but I think this should be fine if you have two looks. So you can copy these settings: colorista, 3-way, diffusion, pop, and whatever. You could turn that off and click finished. And now we have 2 magic bullet looks effects. So let's just see what it looks like in full. And I think that's fine. Like if you render it out, that's pretty good. So that was pretty much my tutorial on, actually I'm going to teach you how to render it. So this tutorial is not really going well, but I really hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you learned something. But how to render this out and make it into a video, what you're going to do is you're going to click to where the end of the video is. You're going to hold and you're going to drag somewhere where there's no video, so you don't click a video. You're going to drag over the whole thing and click this button right here, render as, like a little green film button. I'm sorry if it's hard to see. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to click browse and go to anywhere you want to save it. So I have like a YouTube folder with all my videos, so I'm just gonna save this as Speedart. Now go to down here, you have like these things right here, whatever these like codecs or whatever. So click main concept AVC AAC. So right here it says MP4. Click this arrow and go down to Internet HD 1080p. Or if you want 720p, that's fine. It still works the same. And I think that's pretty much it. All you have to do is just click render. And I'm not going to do that because I already made a Speedart about this. But really, that's how you make a Speedart. There's really nothing that special about it. Maybe you guys want to make a Speedart, so that's why I made this video. But just click render, wait for it to render, and throw it on YouTube, and that's pretty much it. So, be great to hit. Also, if we can hit 25 likes on this video, I will do a lot more tutorials. And I've been thinking about making my channel only designing tutorials, Speedarts, giveaways, like design giveaways, packs, and just design related. So if you guys want to see that happen, make sure you leave a like down below on this video, and peace out.